On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, Steve Sarkisian has a new contract and a lot more money. Longhorns fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. And as I just said, Steve Sarkisian, Dylan, is a new member of the new contract club, and what a club to be in. He goes from making outside of the top 25 in terms of head coaches and salary to now well within the top 5, Dylan. I believe the top 3, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. But just from $5.8 million expected entering this upcoming season to now he's going to be making $10.3 million. So Dylan, almost double. I don't know about you, but that sounds like good money. Sark is living well. What are your first initial reactions to this extension?
I think he was incredibly deserving of a raise, for sure. Now, I think what you could discuss is being that he's now the third highest paid coach, Devon, behind Dabo and Kirby. And when you kind of look at it from resume standpoint, Kirby and Dabo have better resumes. I mean, they've won national championships, and that's something that Sark has yet to do, right? So it makes sense that he would be behind them. I like that they are, basically stabilizing their head coaching staff because it wasn't only Sark, it was also the coaching staff, like the prominent members that also got pay raises as well. So I think it was very important to do this before going into the SEC. And in his contract, Devin, he gets, I believe, 20 hours of private jet time for personal use and 2 dealer cars. So I think mentally as a coach, he's going to be in a good headspace outside of the field.
I want to see what dealer cards he's working with, Dylan, because I'm sure UT was not skimping when it came to that. CDC.
Look for some Ferraris, that's for sure.
Like I say,
Think he's a Ferrari guy or a Lamborghini guy?
That's a good question. That's a good question. We'll have to ask Sark.
Yeah.
He definitely has the best cars in the parking lot for sure, though. If you're pulling up near DKR, you could probably say like, that's probably Steve Sarkisian. If not, maybe Michael Huff because he likes to flex his cars in some sort of recruiting promos as well. But Dylan, 4-year extension. Of course, in college football, you want a little bit of leeway in terms of your overall contract, in terms of the years. So now Sarkisian has that. It's easier to recruit that way, Dylan, because you can just show recruits, say, hey, well, I'm scheduled to be here through the 2030 season minimum. And the final year of his contract is that 2030 season where he's scheduled to make $10.9 million. Yet again, he's doing well for himself. And Dylan, in addition to cars, 20 hours of aircraft, flying private, he also has a club membership to the country club. Sark, I'm going to have to get the hookup on that. Thank you. Tickets to UT games. I mean, what do you expect there? He has just plenty of free tickets to go for not only the football games, but other sports as well. And then I believe, Dylan, the contract language, the formatting was kind of interesting. So let's see if I get this right. But I believe if he wins a playoff championship, the CFP championship, $1.25 million bonus. Yeah. I mean, that's very fair if someone wins. But Dylan, I mean, let's up that number. If you get it done, you should be, buying the city of Austin at this point.
Especially on the SEC. I mean, the path to get to that point now just got exponentially harder.
Or more easy with the playoff, though, because now you got 12 teams. So,
all right, careful. Let's win a championship first, Devin.
You're going through the gauntlet, but then also more teams from that gauntlet are going to make it. So it is going to be a difficult regular season battle. I'm curious to see how that shakes out, though.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if they've mentioned it yet. Is the team I know that it's the unanimous that in the top 5 that the people that win their conference get a home game or so, or they're the top 5 seeds. Curious to see if UT gets a home game in the playoff because that money speaks for itself at that point if they're having a playoff game.
I'll have to double check though, but I think recent news, as recently as of Monday of this week, announced that the playoff is going to, I think, maybe top 4 conferences, I want to say, unless it was top 5.
It was top 5.
I think they cut a conference
winners
out of it, though. I'll have to read more into it, but that's for another video. So we got plenty of news going around in Austin with Sarkisian's contract. Dylan, a rich man. I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about Sark in the future over the years. But what do you guys think about this contract extension? It's big money. What would you do with $10 million per year? Let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.